Hello and welcome to Mint, Money Made Simple. In today's fast-paced world, everyone is seeking ways to grow their money, yet not all investment platforms are well understood. There has been a buzz about football in the recent month. Kenya just co-hosted CHAN with Tanzania and Uganda, and the English Premier League is back for another season. But even more intriguing for many Kenyans, Harambee Stars players have received millions of shillings from the president after a fantastic run that was cut short by Madagascar in the quarterfinals. Today, we are exploring the business of sports and the money behind it. Stay with us. Your next smart move could start today on Mint. Also on Mint, evolution of home loans. We explore the evolution of home construction loans in Kenya. Architectural services. Inside the world of architecture and how architects are earning from it. Journey to stardom. Media personality Eric Latif shares his journey from a modest salary to industry success.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Mola, kila siku niko chesa. Mola, make more bila stress. Mola, kila siku wesa. Mola, make more bila stress.
Kenya has just hosted the 2024 African Nations Championship, CHAN, a tournament that brought the continent's best homegrown talent into our stadiums. But beyond the football action, its impact stretches far beyond the stadiums. From billions invested in infrastructure to thousands of jobs created and a boost to tourism and local businesses, CHAN 2024 has left an even bigger footprint on the economy and Kenya's global image. Today on Money Moves, we dig deeper to find out how this championship is becoming Kenya's economic golden goal.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest.
Beyond the thrill of football, CHAN 2024 was an economic golden goal that resonated across East Africa with the cheers loudest in Kenya. Hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania under the Pamoja banner, CHAN used the language of passion to showcase potential.
Ogam turns left, fires home, Kenya lead.
East Africa is a community of over 500 million people. Exciting market. How can we create the excitement, the necessary excitement, using something in a language that everyone else understands globally? And more importantly, how do you position your country?
So it's really important for Kenya to host such a big tournament. It exposes local talent to the world. You know, the number of eyeballs we have on this particular tournament is huge.
And sports can also be a job creator, and a lot of it. All this youth you see around, if we really do our business well in sports, we shall engage some of them along the way. And we shall be releasing pressure on the government all the time. Jobs, jobs, jobs.
Over the years, CHAN has shown that football can be a driver for tourism, business, and partnerships.
The previous AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire generated $1.5 billion in economic impact study. That was conducted by Nielsen, an independent global company, by the way. It shows that the sporting events is not just government throwing money. It's actually galvanizing the tourism sector and bringing spotlight to a country and giving economic activity in a particular country.
CHAN 2024 was not just 90 minutes of play. It was business, culture, and opportunity rolled into one, leaving behind a legacy that will fuel the beautiful game for years to come.
Beyond CHAN, now we are left with good infrastructure that will support local talent. The leagues will have good pitches to play on, to train on. We've not just renovated the main stadium, even the training pitches have been renovated to become world class.
We have about 1,000 volunteers. We have about 960 stewards. There's about 2,000 people whom we have trained, and we have given them the power to understand what they are doing. This will remain as part of legacy of CHAN and AFCON. So that if you are organizing an event and you want stewards and you want volunteers, you can come into our database and plug what you want out of it.
The ripple effect stretched far beyond the pitch. From stadium builders to hoteliers, to boda riders to hawkers, Chan 2024 injected cash into the economy.
When you are renovating Kasarani, for example, assuming we are putting in about 2 billion, how many people are going to benefit around that figure with a number? We have the suppliers here, we have the laborers here, we have the people who do other small jobs around there. The money moves around. Hotels are benefiting. Transporters are benefiting.
Tourists not only watched football, but also got to enjoy safaris, culture, and hospitality.
The visitors have had a good opportunity during their break time or their free time to be able to visit our tourist attractions. We have our Nairobi National Park, and some of them have even taken time to go to the Masai Mara to watch the wildebeest. And others are even going all the way to Safo and all other places, including even Mombasa, the Mount Kenya region, and many other areas.
For CAF, the tournament exceeded expectations and beautifully showcased Kenya's ability.
The biggest success story of this chain has been Kenya, and it has exceeded our expectations, and I suspect it has also exceeded Kenyans' expectations of themselves. It has shown the great potential of this place. It has shown that this place is unfairly excluded in global events, and I hope it also makes the Kenyan people and the government of Kenya and everybody else believe in investment, believe in investing in human capital, and also in hosting more global events to bring the spotlight to the country.
Chan 2024 leaves Kenyans with more than footballing memories. It leaves behind modern infrastructure, a trained workforce, re-energized funds, and renewed confidence. Bring on AFCON 2027!
Earn it, spend it, save, invest.
Remember when getting a home loan meant you were on your own? Lenders would give you the money and you'd be left to navigate the complexities of building a home yourself. This often led to poor construction, wasted funds, and unfinished projects. But times have changed. Today, lenders are offering a more comprehensive solution. They're acting as a one-stop shop, providing not just the loan, but also connecting you with licensed professionals, handling county approvals and permits, and even managing the entire construction project for you.
Back in the day, when you sought a home loan, financial institutions will lend you the money and you will figure out the rest of the journey alone. As a result, some would end up not using the loan in an appropriate way, ending up with gaps or poorly done construction. Today, beyond giving loans, lenders are putting everything under one roof, so to speak. They are lining up licensed professionals, obtaining county approvals and permits, and managing the construction project for you.
For you to get quality and be guaranteed of cost control, you need to use professionals. Fundis, to a certain extent, quote unquote, the way you've put it, use what we call estimates based on how they actually delivered a similar project elsewhere. But with professionals in place, you're guaranteed that you'll have an element of cost control.
By combining expert guidance and financial solutions, lenders are simplifying the home ownership process.
It's important to engage an advocate before you make any commitments. Why? So that you can ascertain the validity of the title. With the validity of the title, you're able to ascertain the acreage, the proprietor, and whether that property has an encumbrance. An encumbrance is basically whether there's a caution, the property has been charged to a bank, which is not a problem as long as you can follow through the process of how to engage in it.
When we were doing this unit, we looked at 4 specific things. Good finishing. Number 2, security. We'll have policies in place to make sure that the security within Northland is maintained. Number 3, the ambience. Now, you'll go to other properties. At the end of the day, sit down and ask yourself, where else will you get those green spaces?
Nyumba Zetu makes the process of being a landlord easier by automating payments. That is, you send invoices digitally via WhatsApp and email. Once it gets to the WhatsApp of your tenant, what they do is click on the link, do the payment, we integrate with your bank, and we get the payment notification. Once the system gets the payment notification, they get their receipt.
A property valuer is also essential in this process to perform a thorough inspection of the property, both inside and out.
The purpose of evaluation is just to give you an assurance. Where you're buying the property, I've done a research in terms of the risk, in terms of the title. Have I checked on that? And also looking at the location vis-a-vis the property. Is it in the right place? The development, has it been built well?
To make the home construction process even smoother, lending institutions are providing project management services and taking on the complex task of securing county approvals and permits.
Kenyans struggle with obtaining up county approvals. You struggle with obtaining county permits, engaging the right professionals, and of course supervising the project end to end. So if I have an 8 to 5 job or I'm in the diaspora, you can imagine if you're trying to manage your construction project here and while you're actually going about your job on a day-to-day basis, or if you're in business, so to speak.
One such product that combines financing, professionals, obtaining approvals, and project management is NCBA's Easy Build.
So under Easy Build, we provide you with one off-the-shelf designs to choose from. We have an array, about 20 of them. 2, we provide you with professionals from architect to quantity surveyors to structural engineers. We have all that under one roof. Then thirdly, we actually supervise the project for you end to end. So all you need to do is sit back and wait for your keys to be delivered within 9 months. The cost of paying for the plans to be approved at county, be it structural or architectural, obtaining the construction permit, and the cost of actually designing the house is inbuilt in the total cost that the bank will actually confirm to you through the professionals that we are currently using to deliver this exciting product.
For many years, the country has witnessed tragic building collapses, which the National Construction Authority, NCA, attributes to poor workmanship, substandard materials, inadequate structural design, non-compliance with statutory safety requirements, and insufficient maintenance. This is why lenders are insisting on licensed professionals to build solid homes and prevent disasters from happening, while ensuring that customers get value for their money. From just a loan to a well-curated construction journey with financial products, plans, and professionals in one room, the home ownership journey is now becoming safer, faster, and easier.
I hope this deep dive into how home loans have evolved gives you a better perspective as you seek to take that next step towards home ownership. Let's take a short break. Coming up on Money and Fame, media personality Eric Latif shares his journey from a modest salary to industry success.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Moolah, kila siku waste that moolah, make more bila stress.
Welcome back to Mint, where we explore the world of personal finance, making it simple and relatable for you. Whether you're looking to earn, spend, save, or invest, we've got you covered.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest.
Building or buying a home is a big step, and while it's exciting to imagine turning the key for the first time, getting professional advice is crucial. Working with experts can save you money, reduce stress, and prevent you from rushing into a decision you might regret. One of the first professionals you should speak with is an architect. They can provide valuable insights and guidance whether you're building a new home or renovating an existing one.
Building or buying a house is an exciting experience. To some, it is like a dream, but as exciting as you might be about bringing it to life and turning the key in the door for the first time, getting additional professional advice and assistance is essential. It can save you money, spare you the stress and regret that comes with making a bad decision, and help not to rush into a decision you will have to live with forever. An architect is one of the first professionals you need to talk to.
An architect is someone who's able to package a client's vision, draw it out, and basically build it up.
The architect will design the layout of the house so that it is convenient for you to move and live in your home. For example, An architect will plan the sizes of rooms with the maximum usefulness of the area.
For buying a house, you find that the architect is able to guide you in terms of money saved up. There's the option of building, which essentially gives you capital appreciation. On the other side, there's the option of buying a home, which you find is an option clients go for when they don't have the time horizon needed to construct a home.
When buying a house, an architect will be able to guide you on which developers to work with in the market. People who have products which can cater for your needs, guide you in terms of location, approvals you need, the sale process, and other items involved in the buying process.
An architect is able to delineate and point you towards the right direction, whether it's building or buying or renting.
The responsibilities of an architect are to advise his or her client, study their needs, to prepare, direct and coordinate design, and to supervise works executed under a building contract. An architect also gives such regular supervision and inspection as may be necessary to ensure that the works are being executed in general accordance with the contract. However, constant supervision does not form part of his normal duties.
The construction process begins at the inception stage when you meet a client and essentially you get the client brief. Basically, a client comes and tells you, hey, look, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom house. Or if you're doing a residential community, I have 2 acres of land and I'm looking for maybe 8 units of houses. And you basically take that brief and looking at issues such as zoning laws, plot ratios, plot coverages, you come back and tell the client, okay, this is possible, this is not possible. And you basically have a meeting of the minds whereby you agree essentially on what the brief is.
An architect as a professional is protected by law, and there are certain statuses that specify who should be called an architect and who should practice as an architect. One of the things you look at is the educational background, where they trained, also affiliation to professional associations such as the Architectural Association of Kenya. In most cases, an architect also acts as an adjudicator or mediator in instances of disputes arising on site between the client and contractor.
For a new buyer or for a new client who essentially wants to engage the services of an architect, the first thing I would advise them to do is to log on to the AAK website, or rather the Borax website, and look for qualified architects. They're usually listed and they usually have registration numbers. And with that, you're able to single out a number of architects you can work with. You can approach them, ask them for their portfolio of works, looking at essentially what they've worked on in the past, projects they've completed. And if their portfolio is in line with what you're looking at, then you can engage them further on.
With nearly 30 years in the Kenyan media, Eric Latif has built a successful career leveraging his voice and passion for the industry. He began as a radio producer earning 15,500 Kenya shillings in 1997 and has since come a long way. In this Money and Fame segment, Latif talks about his experience with matatus and boda bodas, compensation through exposure, and his reflections on retirement savings.
So my name is Eric Latif. I am a journalist, radio and TV host. I wanted to be a broadcaster. I didn't know anything about voice and all those things. Until now people start saying, but you have a voice, you can be on radio, you can record documentaries, you can do commercials, you qualify, just read the script. And I read a script and I was paid and I was like, hiya, kumbe. And then I say, that is the good voice. That's when I realized, oh, kumbe, this thing was not just me, my dream, even God supported this dream. I think about money in terms of what do I need to do, the needs that I have, dreams and aspirations, and what it means to finance them. I'm not like those people who say, I am so strict on my finances. I can tell you where every shilling went. Name. I can board at Nduthi. I haven't boarded at Nduthi in a long while. I actually haven't been on a matatu in a very long time, but it's not because I cannot board a matatu. I'm easy. I don't have those issues, can't go downtown, I can't enter this place because, come. I just want to live for myself. It's me who's earning the money anyway. It's me who's spending that money anyway. So I do not want to live, these two lives where you have this life that is your real life, and then you have this other life that is your public life and public things that you do. Absolutely no. My first monthly thingy was 15,500. Yeah, I think that was in 1997. I was a senior producer of the radio station. I was making a lot of money. I was still in college. I had money. Paid with exposure? Yes, many times. Even now, there are gigs that I do, not for exposure, but because, I want to do it. Because it means something, because I connect with what is being done, what the campaign is, what the job is all about. I connect with it, so I'll do it. It's not about the money. So to supplement my income, I'm employed, for example, at Nation Media Group. Those are my side gigs. My main gig is working for Eric Latif. I run an agency called Zaza Digital. Don't think about money. You're starting your career, don't think about money in terms of how much money you're getting paid for this, how much money you're worth. I've got value, I've got life to live. If you think about that, and I see that many times, I think that's a big mistake. Think about your value, who you are, what do you want to do? You're just starting off your career. What value do you have? What value are you presenting to those that you're working with and for? That is your true worth. Once you have defined that and they can all see how much you're worth, then now you can have the money conversation and see, this is what I am doing, this is what I'm worth, and therefore, how close are you getting to meeting this? On the expenditure side, don't live for others, just live your life. You know what you're doing, you're starting off your life. Think about the basics that you need and start thinking about savings, investment, and retirement. Go into all those spaces where people are having these kind of conversations. Educate yourself on what you need to do to secure a fine nest egg, to think about your retirement, because for sure, retirement is coming. Retirement will come. It's very close for me. I wish I'd be taken back to 27 years ago. I just live my life. I am in public, but I am not public, right? I live a quiet life. I live my life. Those who are close to me know me, and we engage. Many people, by the way, that you will find on radio and TV, they are introverts, and I'm one of them. So we spend our time with ourselves. I believe that the biggest gift is just reminding somebody what they mean to you. I think that's the deeper communication. Even for me, what I feel that I enjoy is when somebody just shows me what I mean to them. It's, does this person actually make you feel special? Are you truthfully telling this person what they mean to you? And I do that with my two girls, that's my wife and my daughter.
Our chat with media icon Eric Latif on money and fame was inspiring, offering valuable lessons throughout. In particular, his insights into his career, savings, and perspective on life were truly invaluable. That's it for this episode of Mint. We hope you're living with fresh ideas about investing, spending, and what it takes to keep going as an entrepreneur, and maybe a new respect for flair too. For more information, visit mint at mula.co.ke or tv47.digital. Stay safe and keep minting. Until next week, I'm Lydia Nyawera.